The first R-rated film produced by J.J. Abrams? Let's talk about it. Overlord. Now, Overlord is the latest Bad Robot produced film. And yeah, for the record, this is not a Cloverfield sequel or prequel or anything Cloverfield related. This movie stands on its own 2 feet and was directed by Julius Avery. The movie takes place during World War II, shortly before the invasion of the Normandy, and a group of American soldiers that are way behind enemy lines in the Nazi-occupied France stumble upon vicious experiments conducted by Nazis that may or may not involve the undead. And now we have an extremely awesome, gruesome exploitation film that harkens back to the golden age of exploitation films of the 60s and 70s. And I gotta tell you, I really dug this movie. But a word of warning, if you don't like exploitation films, you're not gonna like this movie, because this movie takes itself seriously. It is as if Inglourious Basterds and Planet Terror made a child. Sounds interesting? Because if it does, you should totally check it out. Let's talk about the cast, because I, honest to God, didn't know a single actor in this movie, but they're all great. All the performances are great. This is our main character, and he is basically, he reminded me a little bit of Morgan from The Walking Dead or Desmond Doss from Hacksaw Ridge, because he does not want to kill people. He's just a good guy that wants to serve his country, that wants to fight Nazis, but he's not a killer and he doesn't have that in his blood. So generally speaking, we all can identify and relate to this dude. Then we got Shiny McShine. He is basically the badass American soldier, and I like the dynamic between the both of them. It's a small group of people, generally speaking, and they have to have some sort of camaraderie, rivalry, and that is portrayed extremely well in the film. Then we have the French chick that lives in the village, and she's also a complete badass. And we got the douchebag Nazi colonel, who did remind me a little bit of Hans Landa from Inglourious Basterds, but he has his very own unique twist to the character, so it did not feel like a copycat. But now let's get right to it, because this movie doesn't necessarily follow the formula of one particular genre, because it's an action movie, yeah, it's a war movie, yes, it's a guy on a mission flick, yes, and it's a creature feature, and it does all of those genres justice. This is what I love most about this film, because the first half is basically our guys on a mission flick, and I love these kind of films. I love being stuck with a group of dirty dozens, and I did. The tension building was great. The atmosphere, being behind enemy lines, was amazing. But once it got to the Resident Evil or Wolfenstein section of the film, it became something entirely different, but I still dug it, because the practical effects, the gore, and the way they took this material seriously worked for me. All in all, I just gotta say that I'm so glad that we finally got an original movie in 2018, aka the year of prequels, sequels, remakes, reboots. No, this movie is extremely original. A lot of people compared it to the Wolfenstein games. Me not being a gamer, I can't qualify that, but I can tell you that I had a blast with Overlord. And Overlord gets the silver medal. So Overlord, have you seen it? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. And thank you guys, as always, for watching. If you like what you see or you want to see more, then just subscribe.